You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is BEERUS, the god of destruction. Make sure you subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and push the like button for me, or else I'll Hakai you from existence.
Oh, and do make sure to watch the entire video all the way through. And to follow UnrealEntGaming on both Instagram and Twitter.
Whiz, enough. On to the video.
The Super Dragon Ball Heroes Time Space War arc has now officially begun, and with that being said, it would appear as though many recurring characters from the previous arcs had now also made a return, but what a lot of you guys are probably asking is, was the episode worth it? As I want to welcome you all to my Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime episode number 34 review, which basically centers itself and takes place following the events of UI Goku vs Frieza and Golden Cooler vs Hearts, in which I will say right off the gate, this was a surprisingly good episode. This was actually one of my favorite episodes from Super Dragon Ball Heroes in quite some time, only because it's not as though that's really saying something, but this episode really did center itself around improving its art style, improving its animation, introducing recurring characters that I believe are more than likely going to serve a big purpose in this story, only because towards the end we get to see how Vegeta is literally going to be battling against Turles and Cumber at the same time, with Xeno Goku Black having to observe everything. And on top of that, based on the visuals and the background setting of this fight, it looks like they're actually going to be battling, I would assume, on planet Vegeta, only because we get to see one of the Saiyan palaces in which serves as a background setting for this fight. So from the beginning, this turned out to be a little bit of an entertaining segment involving Hearts and Goku. Again, not much to it. The fight between Frieza and Golden Cooler was really fun. I felt as though, once again, to Super Dragon Ball Heroes' detriment, these fights are so short. Once again, we have the introduction of Golden Cooler, Golden Frieza teaming up against Goku and his ally, which again was really fun to see how the transitioning went between their fights, and to see how aggressive Frieza and Cooler were. It was only then, out of nowhere, where we had the introduction, or at least I would say the reintroduction, of none other than Dragon Ball Z's Broly, which again for this arc is his first introduction prior to his battle against Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegeta. So as soon as Broly touched on down, what I really thought was cool, that I think a lot of you guys may agree with, was his entrance. His entrance was insane. As soon as he landed down, he literally blew everything away, and Broly here didn't really have a bias, because as soon as Broly came into the picture, he attacked Goku, he attacked Hearts, which it really goes as far as to show how far they want to push Dragon Ball Z's Broly, not Super, but Z's, because as soon as he ended up just flicking away and punching Goku and Hearts, he did a lot more damage to them than the Xeno Golden brothers, right? Frieza and Cooler. So as soon as he ends up one-shotting them out of the picture, he then goes after Frieza and Cooler, and he does it by once again one-shotting them, and he uses, I can only assume based on visuals, what seems to be the Omega Blaster, and he just destroyed everybody until there was this mysterious cloaked figure that showed up. Once again, Hearts can't read his mind, he doesn't know who he is, and this dude literally came in there and he started smacking everybody around. And this is the problem, I think, for Heroes. Even though you're not supposed to take it serious, and if you're trying to scale it, if you're trying to look at this objectively, I mean, you're just going to be disappointed. But what I just found really riveting was seeing how this masked individual was able to do what Hearts, Goku, and even Broly weren't able to do, and that's not only beat down the Golden Brothers, but remove the Dark Dragon Balls from them. And we don't know who he is. We can make the assumptions that perhaps maybe he's Gohan, he's Goten, or maybe he's just some unknown brand new character. It's up in the air right now, but what is for certain is that we don't know who he is, because Hearts can't read his mind, and he really didn't make his objective known, only because towards the end, he kind of motioned to Broly to come at him, and as Broly did, they just disappeared. So it was a one-off, I would guess, to just have Frieza and Cooler relinquish the Dark Dragon Balls, but then as soon as we got to see the re-entrance and the debut of Xeno Goku Black, I really loved how Hearts basically went on to ask him, "Are you one of Fuse friends?" And Black just basically asked him, "Huh, I wonder what that feels like," right? Kind of referencing Friends. and he just disappeared. So Goku Black's, I would say, tone is maniacal, it's very vicious, and I like it. I feel as though his character might work very well in this story, but as soon as he left, towards the end, we find out where he went, right? Because he set up Vegeta in fighting both Turles and freaking CUMBER at the same time. There is no way, I'm sorry, there is no way Vegeta is going to survive CUMBER. There's just no way. I mean, we saw CUMBER's feats throughout the entirety of the Universal Conflict arc. Turles might be something different here, but for CUMBER, there is no way. I'm actually very happy that CUMBER is here, and hopefully we do get to see somewhat of a fight involving CUMBER and BROLY, even though a lot of us do want to see Dragon Ball Super's variation of BROLY be introduced, which is really weird, right? I mean, they've been introducing all of these characters, they've been introducing all of these kind of areas of introduction for specific fighters, but it's almost as though like they forgot about Dragon Ball Super's BROLY, but they're giving us Dragon Ball Z. That to me makes no sense, because if you want to have Vegeta, I would say, kind of stand up to CUMBER and Turles, I would say bring in Dragon Ball Super's BROLY. You can have BROLY and Vegeta versus Turles and CUMBER. You destroy Turles by having Vegeta fight him, and then you give us the crowd pleaser of CUMBER versus Dragon Ball Super's BROLY. That would be insane, because if Xeno Goku Black just wants to see everybody fight, then you can essentially have that, right? So, and it's interesting because we also see and know that the cloaked figure that basically went on to take the Dark Dragon Balls is collecting them, so we don't even know fully as to what he's collecting them for. We don't know what the usage of that is going to be, but what I really enjoy about this, again, this is crazy to me because Super Dragon Ball Heroes, I'm not sure about you guys, but Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it has good ideas. It has good ideas. Super Dragon Ball Heroes introduces cool shit, right? It introduces cool things for the viewer, for the fans, whether that be nostalgia, whether that be fan service, it doesn't matter. It introduces cool stuff. But the execution sometimes, for most of the time, it's terrible. It's terrible because here you have one character be introduced and then they flesh it out like 3 seconds in and you'll never see it again. Or they introduce a specific plot point in the story, they flesh it out for like 3 seconds and then you'll never hear anything from it or see anything about it ever again. So, like in this case here, we saw Golden Cooler and Golden Frieza fight Goku and Hearts, and it's not as though I'm asking for an entire, you know, just 3-hour Avengers Endgame movie of this fight, but what I'm saying is that for the most part, they can take their time in kind of fleshing these out a bit, letting it marinate, I would say, because as quickly as these fights are introduced and as quickly as some of these things happen, it's just gone as quickly as it came in. And I understand it's supposed to be a card game and you're supposed to, you know, basically plug all of this for the game, which is fine if you still play the game either in Japan or in the States or wherever it is that you're at in the world. That's cool, but I feel as though a lot of these ideas are pretty decent, or at least for the most part, they know what they're kind of doing by giving us certain ideas, but then nothing ever comes into fruition. So this was a good episode in my opinion. It wasn't as quirky or as bad as some of the previous ones. By comparison to the previous episode to this, was it better? That's kind of hard to say. Maybe it was. I really like the transitions. I like the art improvement. I love the overall dynamic of what we've seen from Goku and Hearts. I think they added a few more, you know, soundtracks, new soundtracks, so that's pretty good too. So overall, this was really fun and really good. And if you guys didn't like it, let me know. If you guys did like it, then also let me know, because from what I'm getting out of this, it looks as though Hearts and Goku still don't even know who Goku Black is, which is kind of weird because, yeah, he's dressed differently, and Hearts kind of addressed Black by referencing the mask, and how he references him as hiding his soul behind the mask, which again, isn't entirely bad for Hearts not to know who he is, but for Goku it kind of is, because it's like, dude, you can't sense his aura, you can't, you know, see how he looks very similar to you, right? So it's just a little weird. But by the end of all of this, I do want to get your thoughts and comments on what you guys thought about this episode, if you guys liked it, if you guys hated it, and just your overall prognostications going forward involving Xeno Goku Black, CUMBER, Turles, Vegeta, Hearts, Goku. the Masked Cape Warrior, the addition to BROLY in this now because he looks to be here too. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so very much for your time. If of course you guys enjoyed, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button. Give this video a big fat thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you exit the video, if you guys are unaware, follow me on my secondary channels, which are also used to discuss and talk about all kinds of different subjects and topics, including gaming and live streams, beginning with Unreal Network, which is a channel dedicated in discussing all kinds of movies, breakdowns, current events, scary stories, theories, and more. So if you are someone who is into the entertainment world, then that's the channel for you. So head on over and subscribe over on Unreal Network, which up next is Unreal Vlogs, where I bring you guys a little closer into my life in taking you behind the scenes with vlogging content, parody videos, reactions, motivational videos, uplifting videos, and more. So if you want to get to know me on more of a personal level, then that's the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button to always be in the loop with Unreal Vlogs. And lastly, my gaming channel, Unreal Royale, where on that channel we dive more into the world of gaming, ranging from all different kinds of video games, from Dragon Ball to Resident Evil to Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Gears of War, Minecraft, all kinds of horror games, shooters, RPGs, and more, including live streams. So if you're a gamer and are into the gaming world, then smash that subscribe button over at Unreal Royale and experience the ride with me. I want to thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so very much for your support, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you in the next video.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes, but Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!